Ladies and gentlemen, Shock and Door present 3 5-minute rounds in a professional 74-kilogram catchweight contest, sponsored by Charles Trott Roofing. And in the red corner, entering his 16th contest, weighing in at 73.4 kilograms, fighting out of Ferndale in South Wales, Tyler, the Pitbull Thomas! And please welcome his opponent, fighter of the blue corner, making his professional debut, weighing in at 73.7 kilograms, representing Gym 01 in Portsmouth, Chris Tallis! Your referee in charge of the action, Mr. Andy Nichols.
Well, it's time for a co-main event of the evening. Brad Morton and Colin Howells calling the action from cage side. Tyler Thomas in the grey, taking on Gym 01's Chris Tallis in the solid black. Touch of gloves, and we're underway here at Shock and Awe 24. Thomas with an early takedown off the leg kick.
Yeah, he timed that well, and wow, he's just jumped into mount position.
Tallis does a good job getting his back on the cage, straight back to his feet. Thomas, knee to the body as he searches out that single leg off the cage.
Yeah, another takedown there. Not bad from Thomas so far. And Tallis uses defense and gets up.
Tyler Thomas links the hands, third takedown of the fight here.
I mean, Tallis doesn't seem to be bothered by being taken down. I mean, he has got up twice off the 2 takedowns. It doesn't seem to bother him at all, so let's see if he gets up again the same way.
Yeah, looking like it. Looking to try and turn himself off the cage, but Thomas just staying heavy. Again taken down. This time Thomas looking to pass into that mount.
Yeah, good pressure from Thomas so far.
Thomas's corner calling for the break there, but Tallis now putting pressure on himself.
Yeah, I would say this is where Tallis wants to be. He would look for a takedown off of the fence and try and keep the position, not allow Thomas to use the fence and get up the way he did. He's looking for sort of a single there. It's getting deeper.
Thomas being warned to just watch the angle of those elbows. 12-6, not legal, but anything by way of a curve on them, and that's okay. One of the more ludicrous rules that we somehow haven't managed to get rid of yet.
Yeah. So I think what Tallis could do is link his hands and perhaps go for a big pickup.
Yeah, just about linking those fingers. There's Chris Tallis.
Yeah, there you go. Just got that. So it's now Thomas is, he's got to do the same thing that Tallis did and use the fence. It is your friend in this position. Use the fence to get up. He doesn't seem to be moving towards or making space to move towards the fence at this point. But Tallis does have both the legs under control.
Tallis doing a good job just controlling his man here. Looking to pin that arm. Thomas really had a lot of opportunity there to get his back on the cage and didn't take it.
Yeah, I mean the wall work is so important. I mean it's an art in itself. You can be your friend, you can use it to get up, you can use it to take down, you can use it to strike.
Yeah, that's the question you have to ask, I guess, about a lot of these, quote-unquote independent fighters. Are they drilling that stuff every day? We can see here that there's one fighter in this controlling position who's clearly got an advantage, and it's that repetition that pays off long term.
Yeah, I see Thomas sticking his tongue out there, but he needs to do something. Because at the moment, he's getting a little bit overwhelmed by the position and the striking. So some nice elbows there.
Tallis looking to just create a little bit of space, posture up, and put something behind those elbow strikes.
Yeah, Thomas throwing elbows from the bottom, but he needs to really try and get up if he can, or perhaps use his guard for some submissions.
Final 10 seconds. Tallis still looking to land these short shots, but just hasn't really had the space to generate any meaningful power in those exchanges. And Tyler Thomas survives the first round.
Yeah, I mean Thomas started really strong there. It's almost as if he caught Tallis unawares. He just put it on him. Got some good positions, got a few takedowns.
But on the flip side there, every time Thomas was able to take him down, Chris Tallis, with pretty much consummate ease, able to get straight back to his feet and eventually reverse the position. Would like to see a little bit more from Chris offensively in this second round, now that he's settled in.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean this is the thing. For me, if you get the takedown but you don't do much with it, it's not. You need to do more. If you can get a takedown control, then you win in the fight. But if you get a takedown and you lose the position the moment that they land, it's not as effective in my opinion. So. A little bit more control if Thomas can get the takedown now. And like you say, Tallis should be working. Starting again from standing though, so let's see the striking of both fighters.
Tallis with the high kick there, just keeping Tyler Thomas honest. Thomas just pressing forward there with a left and a right behind it. Nice trip takedown, but he's left his neck in.
Hopped over to the side control position there. Is he going to look for mount again from there, Thomas?
Steps over into mount again.
Oh wow, going for the guillotine up against the fence. It's a tough position, this.
He's
Really
got
tough
the
position.
neck. And you saw Tallis perhaps thinking about it there.
Tallis has got to move, yeah. This is not a great position, but it's a better one. It's an arm in. I mean, an arm in guillotine would be quite tough to get from here, I think. But yeah, I mean, that up against the fence like that, it's a really tough position. So he frees his head up, Tallis, and let's see his ground and pound again.
Tallis seemingly just content to ride things out in this top position for now. Looking to land some more short, sharp shots. Tyler Thomas making it difficult for him to create any distance and generate any meaningful power on these. Just doing a good job of tying the hands up and just frustrating his man here.
Yeah, Tallis wants to posture up as much as he can and you know, get one or two big ones off if he can. He's definitely in control of this fight. And of course, being a pro fight, we have the elbows now as well, so they could be used quite effectively from this position.
The elbows really, they're the go-to strike from within the guard because you don't need to generate a massive amount of power to do damage with them.
Exactly.
If you look at guys like Tito Ortiz back in the day when he was in his prime, it was a lot of short, punishing elbow strikes, and he was lumping guys up, cutting guys up. Really effective weapon in close.
Well, that's it, and you know, you can call, you know, even if it doesn't stop your opponent, you're going to be causing cuts and giving your opponent a bad night. You know, fights can be stopped that way. That's partly the reason why in Japan they don't, you know, they never like the elbows, because no, they don't like to see fights end that way. I mean, you can jump on someone's head, but you know, you can't elbow them in the head or face.
That would be crazy.
Yeah. Nice work now. Tallis is really getting through now. Stepping it up.
Yeah, starting to find a bit of a rhythm. Starting to just slide a few of those elbows through. And the short shots too, and I think he may have cut Tyler Thomas.
Yeah, there's a fair bit of blood there somewhere. Oh, nice elbows.
Yeah, big elbows coming down now from Chris Tallis. Starting to just up that work rate.
You know what? I think it's
it might actually be Tallis who's
yeah.
cut, yeah. Perhaps a clash of heads, or if you're one of those elbows from the bottom, perhaps.
Yeah, a few of those got through. Yeah, Thomas looks like there's no blood on him at all.
A workmanlike performance from Chris Tallis, if nothing else.
Yeah, he's doing everything right. You know, he's doing everything he can at the moment. I wonder if Thomas has really drilled this position up against the fence. You know, I mean, he's not trying any submissions whatsoever. He's really just taking a bit of a battering at the moment.
Final 10 seconds of the round. And again, Tallis looking to get a final few shots in. And it is Chris Tallis who's cut. It looks to be right on his eyelid as well. Looks to be in a pretty nasty position.
Yeah, I couldn't see if it was his eyelid or his eyebrow. Hopefully we'll get a look at that.
And we've got the cut man in, going to work on Chris Tallis to get him out for this third round. Shouldn't be a problem if it's on the eyebrow. Didn't look that bad. But, you know, credit to Tyler Thomas. You know, certainly no one expected him to make it to the third round here. Started off strong. Now we see the corner of Tyler Thomas saying he's got a bad cut on his eye, you need to work it. Be interesting to see if he does indeed start to target that cut now.
Yeah, it looks to me, yeah, it's kind of eyebrow, heart, eyelid, but it looks safe. It looks like that, you know, it's not going to cause a problem.
Let's see if we see a right hook here from Tyler Thomas to try and work that.
Yeah, you would think, you know, that's the perfect opportunity to try and open that up a bit, make it worse.
There we go.
See, Thomas, he seems to wait for a kick and he does try and grab that kick and get a takedown off of it. Or he closes the distance straight away after, so something he likes to do.
Tallis just bulldozing his way in.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see another big takedown from Tallis.
Thomas looking to turn his way off the cage, not successful. Trying to widen his base here to just stop Tallis linking those fingers, but unfruitful there. Big takedown.
Yeah, you hear his coach Brian Adams there saying link your hands, which he did. And then there's only one way to go from there. So he gets the takedown again. So with the first submission attack from Thomas, the Kimura on the left arm. Oh, there he goes.
Looking to crank it.
Oh, and he used it. He used it to get up. Good move. Very good move. And Thomas is going to try and link the legs together and pull Tallis away from the fence.
Now it's Tallis looking for the Kimura grip possibly, but gets sucked back down.
And Tallis straight back up again.
What a turnabout here. Tallis not getting up quite as quick as he did in that first frame. Nonetheless able to get back to his feet though. Thomas still has him pressed up against the cage and will immediately search for a single leg takedown.
Thomas is really making Chris Tallis work for everything. He's not making it easy at all.
And again, Tyler Thomas looking for that Kimura grip. Drops down, steps over the head.
Yeah, Chris Tallis has tucked his arm in between his leg there just to defend it. He's got to be careful though. There he goes. Thomas has let go of it.
Yeah, Thomas in a bad spot now. Let's see what Chris Tallis can do in the final few moments of this fight.
Well, you see this position that Tallis is in, he doesn't need to pass guard, you know, he doesn't need to do a knee slide there, which he could. He just needs to pressure him up against the cage and just pepper away. He's in control, he has a dominant position. It's almost like he's purposely not trying to, you know, slide and get side control. Why would you? You know, you're in a dominant position here. In fact, even a half guard could be better.
Tallis just opening up with a few shots here, some short elbows.
Yeah, no real answer from Thomas.
Looked briefly to have a little bit of space there to perhaps get his back on the cage, but didn't make it. And Tallis again just suffocating him from this top position.
Yeah, you know, this is exactly what I was saying. He's happy to keep his leg in there for half guard, happy to keep pressure, is Tallis, and just keep striking. Doesn't need to get side control.
Final few seconds of the round. Thomas still valiantly trying to fight his way out of that bottom position. Nice show of sportsmanship there from Tyler Thomas. And all credit to the guy. Not many people expected him to get out of the first round with Chris Tallis, but he came here to Portsmouth and made Tallis work for every minute of that.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he really did. And this is the thing, you know, look at any MMA show, and whenever I see independent on the sheet, I always get a little bit worried because you don't know what that means. You know, it could. Yeah, a lot of the times it means almost like home coached. But he can fight, man. Tyler Thomas can really fight.
Well, here's our MC Ricky Wright to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the 3 rounds of action, we've had to go into the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored about 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision. In the blue corner, Chris Tallis! And let's cheer it for your runner-up, Tyler Thomas. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go away. Your main event coming up next. Drive it. Well done, Bets.